municipal association, which is run by CIOs themselves, run for CIOs, and that way the whole community is one across India, which is under this of CIOs of India. There are interesting things which this forum does, and one of it is what you are today seeing, that it is in any case picking up some new things on health initiatives. In terms of the existence of it, across the years, it has held its IT initiatives, deciding the course of the IT journeys across organizations. Members collaborate together and kind of come up with solutions. As recent as just yesterday, there was a lot of collaboration on how the e-invoicing and TCS was going on. People who are on the SAP would have probably seen a lot of action on such groups. So there's a lot of Gyan sharing or learnings which are shared by this group as a forum. There are a lot of mailers which come through Gyan Bytes, which helps people to know what is going on and also makes them do work smart instead of working hard. So learning and sharing sessions are there under Gyan Hub. There's a lot of initiatives where people get together. Earlier, it was largely in person, like the Cricket Cup, Ye Sham Mastani, Hacker Cup, golf training and tournaments. But now it is a lot more virtual in these last 6 months. And I really appreciate the way the sales team has continued to engage, even if it was virtual, but they never gave up in terms of having the connect and sharing knowledge all across. The other side, which is not probably known much, is the corporate social responsibility area, where the members take up donations to national causes. Members go and do some kind of social service. There are schools where people go from our members who have taken charge of girl education. So in poor kind of society where there is a school, people have sponsored girl child education. We believe that if you educate one girl, the whole generations thereafter will be learned, because that's the power of an educated child. Other than that, I think there have been marathon runs. There have been people like Kamal and I'm forgetting names, who have even walked across 100 kilometers in maybe 24 hours. That kind of health initiatives are there, and this is one more which comes in our today's time, which makes it even important for the pandemic, where yoga, where these health initiatives will keep us, as Atul said, better immune, and as Monica said, a lot of respiratory exercise we'll get to see, and I'm still hoping my gray matter will also improve after that. So looking forward to a very interesting session. Over to you, Atul.
Yeah, thank you, Sunil. Thank you, Kamal, for your insights. I think this point related to the girl education part is so extremely important, and I think we'll have to act in a more serious manner and drive higher initiatives, bigger initiatives around that. So I think, but let's come back to today's session. I think I will just let me give a brief about Monica Sharma. She is a edupreneur, and she has interest in combining the old age wisdom of education with modern scientific researches like quantum learnings. And as a professional, she's the CEO for Think Zenith and managing director for an educational institute. She's a certified life coach, and she practices meditation, yoga, and she also is a cognitive skill trainer. And what I also learned is that she's a corporate trainer. Along with it, she's also a parenting skill trainer. So I think there's much to learn from Monica, I'm sure. And in addition, she's a heartfulness practitioner over the last 16, 17 years. I would request Monica, if you can take us through the journey and make us more aware about these topics of interest. Over to you, Monica.
Thank you, Atul. Thank you so much. And it's really exciting to see such a platform and taking all the initiatives that have been around. And for me personally, education is one of the spaces that I really look at very closely, along with the space of meditation and yoga and the ancient wisdom, as you saw, aligned with the quantum learning as well. Because what I found out was that our education system, the way we ourselves are raised, if we don't understand something coming from a scientific space, we just don't adopt it. So that is one of the very, very important reasons that I thought and I researched over various areas, just like quantum and various philosophies which are around in the education space as well, that how they weave in with the yogic knowledge that we have around. May it be astrology, may it be your sacred geometry, you just name it, they all are interwoven. But we don't have yet learning platforms which really are able to integrate these learnings together and give us a perspective which is beyond what we already know. See, our learnings are very much confined to the physical aspect of existence. And that comes into the play when we are talking about the yogic knowledge also. So when we look at the term yoga, there is so much more to it rather than just the asanas and the pranayams as well. So before we go ahead into the practical experience of a few of the flows that will be done by our experts, along with that, let me quickly walk you through what this whole organization is about. So I'll share my screen, and after that, we will go into the flow. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I do.
Welcome to AyurYoga Life Institute's Yoga for COVID Management program. AyurYoga Life Institute vision is to bring the treasure of our ancient knowledge to be part of our lives. Introduce ancient wisdom to our current and next generation, and preserve it for generations to come, and spread it to nook and corner. Today's scenario, the COVID situation. The new normal brings new daily situations to deal and make us stand on our toes for long. We never would have thought, even in our wild dreams, kids always at home, we working only from home, and top of all, no domestic help. A new nightmare, especially for women, and this has a cascading effect in the family. We are missing our social gatherings, movies, and sports, which played great role to exert out. All these adding up to the existing distress, stress, more commonly used word. Let's try to understand what it is. Our nervous system is divided into two, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic nervous system is responsible to keep us active and create stress responses to deal the situations. And parasympathetic system tries to bring back balance. It is responsible for rest and digest. Today's chase and race keeps the sympathetic nervous system active more than what it should be, thus causing and accumulating stress. Flight and fight releases stress hormones, which in turn suppresses our immune system, causing diseases. Let's try to understand cause of disease in terms of yoga. Prana, the vital energy, also known as ki. Chi in Eastern world flows through our body, energizing every organ via energy channels called nadis. When there is a block in these channels, tempting the flow of prana, disease is caused. Yoga, an ancient wisdom system, healing mind, body, and spirit, brings us the solution. Researchers has proven yoga practice reduces the stress hormones, brings balance in endocrine system, thus works on diabetes, hypertension, heart condition, back pains, thyroid issues, depression, and the list is endless. AyurYoga.life believes in holistic approach of yoga. We have leveraged Ayush Ministry advisory in building Yoga COVID Management Program. AyurYoga.life believes in holistic approach of yoga. Diet plays big role on our health. A balanced diet with few more addition with our Indian spice treasure help us dealing today's situation. We have a qualified diet and Ayurvedic medical consultant in our team. Apart from COVID management, AyurYoga.life have other programs. Bar Yoga based on Gurukul system, Yoga for COVID management, Ayush Ministry, Yoga Foundation course, Indian Yoga Association, Yoga for Families program, Holistic Health.
So moving on, let us explore the term yoga first of all, because I think there's more than enough knowledge what COVID is, and I don't think we need to waste time on understanding what that term is. But let us reflect upon the term yoga. What really yoga means? What is a literal meaning of yoga? Yoga means union. That is the real meaning of term yoga. Yug, union. But union of what? What are we really uniting? If you look at it, I'd like to take an example, something very, very familiar with us, our cell phones. Let us say that we enter a cell phone factory and there is a hardware which is sitting on the counter. You pick up the hardware, just the hardware. Would it work? No, it would not work. It is just the hardware. It is just the physical system that is there. To make it work, let me say I add on a software to it. Now it has a software. It is a physical system. Would it work? No, it needs charging to it. We need to add energy to it. Then, okay, you have a cell phone with the software, with completely charged, and you are in a jungle. Would it work? It would not work. Now, you are near a tower. There is a tower, but there is no satellite connecting that tower. It will not work. Let us take the same example to our human system. We are not just one. If me as Manika, I'm not just the physical body. I am my physical body, energy body, mental body, spiritual body. And until and unless all these four bodies are working in union, we will keep struggling with one thing or the other. May it be a block when we're talking about your mind at peace, or you're talking about your physical ailments, or you're talking about other aspects. But this by itself just makes me a cell phone, which has the physical aspect, which has the energy aspect, which has a mental aspect, and the spiritual aspect as well. But if I am not connected in turn with the society around, with the universe that is existing along with us, with the cosmos which is working with us, we are not in union, we are not really experiencing yoga. So true yoga is not just about me alone sitting and doing few asanas. Our beautiful system of ancient philosophies that we have at hand really put all these perspectives so beautifully, one after the other. But we need to understand that if we really want to benefit from everything that our ancestors have given, then we need to apply all the aspects to bring in a true yogic transformation for ourselves. So on that note, I'd like to invite Bhumika to take us to this next part of the session, where she will walk us through with the flow of asanas. Asanas, many times, is understood. The moment you say the term yoga, people understand it with pranayam, people understand it with asanas or max meditation. But asanas is really speaking when you are equipping your physical body along with some energetic movement as well that is happening. But truly speaking, what asanas can do and how you can really use them to leverage your daily life. Let us go with Bhumika, who is herself doing her master's in yoga as well, and is a yoga trainer for a long time now. Over to you, Bhumika.
Slowly. Great. Relax your hands, apart you go the legs. Free your shoulders, you can rotate your shoulders backwards. And now front. Relax your shoulders. Relax. Feel the blood rushing towards your hand, your fingertips. Feel it. Now you're going to move on to next practice, that is toe walking. For this, you have to interlock your both the fingers and stretch them up and stand on your toes. And you have to walk. Walk forward, like 1, 2, 3 step forward and 1, 2, 3 step back. Good? Okay, so we'll practice together. Interlock your fingers, stretch up, inhale as much as you can. Just inhale and walk 3 step forward and exhale, walk 3 step back. Good. Stretch up, inhale, walk, and exhale. Good. Now relax. Again, inhale, toes up, stretch your hands up, and walk forward on your toes. And with exhalation, go back. And again, relax. Last round, stretch both the hands up. Stand on your toes and inhale. When inhaling, walk forward. And exhale, walk back. And relax. Now, all of you can sit on your mat. Just relax your body. Sit comfortably. I hope you can see this. Yeah. Now, sit comfortably. Just close your eyes. You can take support of your wall if you want. Just make sure your back is straight. Your neck, your head, and your back should be in one line. Your hands resting on your knees. Take a deep breathe in. And exhale. Observe your heartbeat. Try to relax your heartbeat. Try to relax the whole body. Take a deep breathe in and out. To create or to generate the calmness in the body, we're going to move on to pranayama section. In this, first, we're going to start with Bhastrika, which will help in your all the respiratory disorder health and strengthens our lungs and, of course, our immunity also. So, what you have to do is you have to take your both hands up in the air and inhale. And when you take your hands down, you have to exhale. So inhale, your fingers apart. And when you exhale, you just have to close the feet and down. Okay? So inhale up and exhale down. Great. So we're going to do it for like 15 rounds with me. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale up and exhale. 5 more rounds. Inhale up. Inhale as much as you can and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last 2 rounds. Inhale completely. And while taking your hands down, exhale. Last round. Inhale and exhale. Relax both the hands on your knees. Observe the changes in your chest, in your breathing pattern inside your body. Observe the way you're breathing right now. A few deep breathing. You're gonna just relax our body. Inhale deeply. And exhale slowly. From here, we're gonna move on to sectional breathing. In sectional breathing, we're gonna start from our abdomen, and then we're gonna move on to our chest, and then our clavicular. Sectional breathing will improve the way you breathe. It will correct the way you breathe and will improve the lung capacity, strengthen your lungs, and it's very good for all the respiratory disorders as well. So first, we'll start with abdominal breathing. For this, you have to adopt Chin Mudra. And how to adopt Chin Mudra? Just you have to touch the tip of your index finger and your thumb together, like this. From the side, it will look like this, and all the other 3 fingers will be extending forward. You can close them together like this. Okay. Now you have to place your mudra, Chin Mudra, on your knees. So with inhalation, you have to bulge your stomach out, and with exhalation, inside. Okay. So start with inhalation, bulge your stomach out. You can close your eyes and exhale in. If you can't feel the movement of your abdomen, then what you can do is you can place your right palm on your abdomen, and you can just feel the movement of your abdomen while inhaling and exhaling. When you inhale, just bulge your stomach out like a balloon. And with exhalation, shrink it in. We're going to do 4 more rounds. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bulge the stomach out. And exhale in. Last round. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Just release the mudra. Relax your palms on your knees. Your eyes remain closed. Feel the changes in your abdominal region. Take a 1 breath. In and out. Now, you can open your eyes, and you're going to move on to chest breathing. In this, you have to adopt Chin Mudra. And how to adopt Chin Mudra? Same like Chin Mudra. It's just that you have to fold your 3 fingers here, like this. From the side view, it will look like this. Okay, I hope you're getting this thing. Okay, so on your knees. With inhalation, you have to expand your chest. And with exhalation, slowly down. Your back straight, neck straight. Okay, so inhale, expand your chest, and exhale down. Inhale, expand your chest, and exhale down. If you can't feel the movement of your chest, then what you can do is you can just place your both the hands like this in front of your chest. And when you inhale, you can just move your both the elbows back and expand your chest. You can feel that it's standing, expanded. And with exhalation, take them back to neutral. Okay? So with inhalation, inhale, close your eyes, and exhale. Inhale, expand your chest, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. 2 more rounds with me. Inhale and exhale slowly. Hands on your knees. Now we're going to move on to clavicular breathing. In this, you have to adopt Adi Mudra. How to adopt it? You have to place the tip of your thumb between your ring finger and small finger like this, and close the fist like this. Okay, so clavicular breathing. With inhalation, take your shoulders up and back, and with exhalation, just drop them down. Okay, so with inhalation, we'll take our shoulders up and back to open this area, and exhale. Got it? So inhale, back, and exhale. Okay, close your eyes, 4 more rounds with me. Inhale, back, and exhale. Good. Inhale, shoulders up and back, exhale down. Last 3 rounds. Inhale, shoulders up and back, and exhale down. Drop down. Last round. Inhale, up, back, and exhale down. Release your mudra, your palms on your knees, your eyes remaining closed. Inhale deeply and exhale. Observe the changes inside your head, inside your lungs, your abdomen, your whole body. Just observe the way you're breathing now. Observe that how calmly, peacefully you're breathing. Observe your heartbeat. Relax your whole body. With this state of mind, we're going to move on to Bhramari Pranayama. Slowly and gently, you can open your eyes. In Bhramari Pranayama, you have to take the tip of your tongue at the back of your upper palate. So you have to touch the tip of your tongue at the back of your upper palate, if you can understand. Like this, and close your lips. And with inhalation, just inhale. And when you exhale, you have to produce nakara. Okay, so inhaling, with closed lips. So inhale, expand your chest, and exhale, nakara. When you produce nakara, you can feel the vibrations of nakara between your teeth, inside your head, and every part of your head region. Okay, this will just relax your whole mind instantly. Just after this, you can just observe the changes by your own self. It will literally just calm down your whole mind, and relax your head. This is very good exercise for your head and all. Okay, so we're gonna start. Your hands on your knees, just relax. You can adopt Chin Mudra if you want. With inhalation, with closed eyes. Inhale, roll your tongue back, and exhale, Nakara with closed lips. We're gonna do this for 3 rounds together. Inhale. Last round, inhale. Please mudra. Just feel the vibrations of Nakara inside your head. Feel the relaxation in your head. Feel that the head is completely relaxed. Vibration that we have created from Brahmari Pranayama has instantly relaxed your head, giving a soothing effect inside your head. The feeling relaxed completely. Just maintain this relaxation inside your head. Your eyes remain closed. Deep breathing. With this calmness and with this state of mind, we're going to move on to our next section of pranayama, Nadi Shuddhi, which will be leaded by Maltidi. So I would request her to take the session forward from here.
Thank you. It was a wonderful session, Bhumika. Very relaxing. Now, just before we go, I'm just going to reiterate those mudras which Bhumika explained. Chin mudra, by touching your forefinger and thumb, and then Chinmayi mudra, the same Chin mudra, closing last 3 fingers. This is Adi mudra, by tucking your thumb. When you place both on near your belly button, like this, it is Brahma mudra. So this will adopt Chin mudra during Akara, Chinmayi mudra during Ukara, Adi mudra during Makara, and Brahma mudra during all the 3 sounds in single breath. Try to keep your eyes closed if you are very clear with the mudras. Otherwise, you can open your eyes and chant the syllables Akara, Ukara, Makara, and Om with complete awareness. Engage your mind with the sound that you're producing. So now Chin mudra. Place them on your knees, close your eyes, and produce Akara from your bottom of your navel region. Take a deep inhale 3 times. me by adjusting your sound, matching your body's frequency. 2 more rounds. In my mudra for Ukara. While producing the sound, observe the vibration at your abdomen and chest, flattering effect. Take a deep inhale 3 times. Adi Mudra. Just tuck it, don't make it tight. And a beautiful relaxation, wave of relaxation all through your body. Let us chant Makara. Take a deep inhale 3 times. Try to continue to keep your eyes closed. Adopt Brahma Mudra by placing your Adi Mudra on your navel region. All the 3 sounds in single breath, 1:1:2 ratio. Take a deep inhale. Try to observe the dark space within your eyes, the Chitta Akasha. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Gently release your mudra and place your hands on your knees and observe the silence and effect all through your body. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Expand your silence. Enjoy this silence for a few more seconds. Entire body resonating. Let us go for Shanti Mantra, closing prayer. Adopt Namaskara Mudra. Let us pray for the well-being of the entire universe. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kakshit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Rub your hands. Generate heat. Apply on your neck, shoulders, back, thighs, knees, calf muscles. One more time, rub and generate heat. Apply on your face. Give a slight massage. Bring your palms in front of your eyes. Look at your palms and open your eyes. Thank you. Manika, you can take over.
Thank you, Malati and Bhumika, for that amazing session. I'm very sure that everybody is calm and feeling a lot more relaxed than what they were before we started the session. So let's take a very quick 1 minute to reflect and see that is there any science behind what we have just experienced ourselves. First of all, we were taken through a series of asanas. What was asanas all about? You would have observed that in every yoga session that is conducted in asanas flow, we always talk about the breath. Why so? The reason that we talk about breath is to bring your awareness. Continuously, our mind is looking outside. We are so much aware about the surrounding that we forget to connect to our physical body. And that is the real purpose. When we close our eyes and when we are going through the flow of asanas, we bring our attention and we bring our connection to our physical body. And we try to understand it, connect to it, listen to it. Where is it really stressed out? See, you will also observe that there are a lot of asanas which are done in this twisting sequence. Now, anywhere, just think of it from a logical perspective. We are just energy. We are nothing more than that. And that has been proved in quantum science now, that there is nothing else than energy. If you are going to block the energy, what will happen? You will feel strain. That is what will happen. And to release that energy, you will twist. So when you are doing your asanas flow, just remember two things. Bring your awareness to your physical body with the help of breath. That is done. And the second element is to remember that you are connecting to your body. And so twist wherever you feel that your energy is blocked or it is not moving that freely. So this is the first part, which you experienced in the form of asanas. Now let's look at the second part, which is pranayama. What does pranayama means? In our video also, you saw that prana is your energy. It is the life force. So how do you connect and make sure that that life force is moving freely through everything? And that is what the role of pranayama is. One word of advice that when you are doing pranayama, please be very cautious that you don't overstress yourself or you overdo the pranayamas, because this is the energy we are talking about. When you are working with an instructor, they're definitely able to tell you that which pranayam you should be doing more if you have some kind of problem, maybe diabetes or anything like that. But personally yourself, do not test too much on pranayamas. Go with the basic prescribed ones. And if you really want to have some guidance with it, please look out for a trainer. That is something that you have to remember. Now comes the most interesting part of it, which is your sound, your resonance, which we experience as the last part of it. So remember my example that I gave you in the morning, in the beginning of the session. Think about a cell phone. You connected with your physical body. You connected with your energy body. But what about your connection to the world around? We all connect to each other with the help of sound. Sound is a very, very key thing that in form of vibration we feel. And there can't be any bigger clue for us that our Vedic wisdom is a scientific approach. This is proved in science also, that every part of our body has its own sound. And that's where your akara, ukara, and makara comes into the play, coming together in the form of Om, where you are settling your vibrations, you are calming your vibrations all through. So you are doing a reset of your vibrational space within yourself. So that's what and where your sounds come into the picture. So to quickly sum up, 3 things remember. Your asanas are taking care of your physical body, getting you connected with that. Your pranayamas are taking care of your energy body. And your sounds, your chanting is something which is aligning your vibrational space. Now, a very important question comes in front of us, that we are doing yoga. These things is something that we are practicing in ourselves. But is it done if we ourselves as adults are practicing it? I don't think so. I think as parents, it's very important for us to also enable our children and do it as a family to ensure that it is not just you who are transforming this thing, but it is also the whole family which is playing and benefiting out of the whole system. And for that, I'm really very, very happy that AyurYoga.live has taken an initiative of putting together programs which are more aligned with getting involved and making it logical for children with their Bal Yoga program, and also having a program for families where yoga will be taught, explained, and walked through for the whole families. So on that note, I'll open the platform for Q&A session, and definitely it's open for any panelists to take over the questions.
I think it was a great session.
This is Sunil. I think I will help that right now. We have a couple of questions already. There is a question from Mr. Ashish Sethi. He says, please explain the difference in Nadi Shodhan and Anolom Vilom. Forgive me or pardon my pronunciation, please. For the question.
No issues. So Bhumika, Malti?
Yeah, Nadi Shodhan and Anulom
Vilom. Yeah.
Anulom Vilom is a very simple alternate nostril breathing. We just do this. Nadi Shodhan or Nadi Shuddhi Pranayam, we try to bring in little bit of Kumbhaka, that is the holding of breath, which we generally don't teach for the general public. It has to be on one-on-one. It depends upon the person's nature. So we just don't go for such thing. Nowadays, Nadi Shuddhi and Anulom Vilom are synonyms. It's like it's as same as that. So any next question, or is it okay, or you need more explanation?
Well, only Ashish can probably say that. Ashish, if you want to raise your hand and ask a second question, I think. Okay, we're getting some other question. Let's go there. There is Vivek Ahuja asking, I feel thy rusty sometimes during, maybe it's rusty. This autocorrect can make things very different. So I feel thirsty sometimes during yoga. Is it okay to have some sips of water? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All to you.
Sipping is definitely fine. When we go for asanas and a little physical exercises and few pranayamas like Kapalbhati, Pastrika, you should have reasonably empty belly, no heavy bellies, but water is always fine. If it is little difficult, a little bit should be fine.
Okay. In the evening, Vivek, I can understand what you're looking for when you say you're thirsty. Okay. So Ajay Yadav is asking a question which says, is yoga asana can be done anytime, any conditions, empty stomach, etc.?
Bhumika?
Not every time. It's like at a specific time. It should be done before 3 hours of your meal. Like morning, if you are doing in morning, just do it before 3 hours. And empty stomach, of course, because when you do asana, you give pressure on your abdomen, right? So when you eat a lot, okay, and then you give pressure, what will happen? they will all come out, right? So empty stomach is needed, and proper timings are also allotted for every practice.
And to add on to it, for women, menstruation period, few asanas and practices are not advised, and with the constipation, few practices should not be practiced. That is why we always say to go with the trainers.
Yeah. It's like for every disease, different asana.
I do agree. It's always good to be done under professional supervision, and not like anyone who has heard about it and they become teachers. I've seen many of those who only have half knowledge, but just want to do many things like go and explain. Am I seeing more questions? No, I'm not seeing more questions. Anybody wants to raise your hands? I think you can raise your hands. Kamal can give you a chance to talk.
One question from Umesh. How many pranayam, kapalbhati and anulom vilom to be done? Is there any specific count which is there?
Anulom Vilom, we suggest 9 rounds. We can go up to 27 rounds as well. Anulom Vilom is the most safest, and it is the king of pranayama, which brings the beautiful balance between both the nervous systems, which we had discussed in the presentation, sympathetic and parasympathetic. It brings a beautiful balance. So it doesn't have any contraindications. Anyone can, anytime, even after food, even during menstruation, even during pregnancy, no limitations for Anulom Vilom. But for Kapalbhati, heart conditions, hypertension, this has to be reduced or should not be done depending upon the severity of the condition. And for Kapalbhati, if you have a mild, reasonable one, then we suggest minimum of 20-25 to. If you are very potentially strong and you're capable, then what I mean is if you are conditioned, you can go up to 60 per minute.
Wow. And I heard about something called 120. I mean, do a second. Yeah. I heard there is something called as power yoga. I mean, you can do Surya Namaskarams and all those things. So do you have such kind of a limit on those asanas also?
I'm yet to understand what is power yoga. I can't comment on it.
Oh, there are a lot of YouTubers who continue to push this as an idea.
I'd like to just address it a little bit. See, when we look at the various versions of yoga, because there are many, we need to be very, very cautious that the trainer really understands what they're training. Because each asana, there is a prescribed way to hold it to ensure that the maximum benefit of it is there. But when we try to, mingle everything together, we are not very sure what we are up to, then we really need to be cautious. So power yoga is something very, very common these days, but is it really understood from the space from where really speaking yoga came from? We need to think about that.
Our Upanishad says, our scriptures says, the amount of stimulation you give, equal amount of relaxation. If we make you to do an asana or a movement for 1 minute, we at least give 30 seconds to relax. If you would have noticed Bhumika, every time she has given a break to observe your body, she says to breathe. So that is very, very important. It actually doubles the effect, or it gives the maximum benefit when you relax between the practices.
Yeah, and I'll just like to add one thing, Sunil, over here, that we'll have to remember that yoga is not just about the physical body. When we look at the results only in the physical body, power yoga is giving the results in the physical body. Yes, it works. It's an exercise which is taking care of the physical body. But yoga is so much more to that. And if everything is coming in sync with that, yes, it's true yoga. Otherwise, it's not.
Got it. Thank you. And I think we have also overshot our time. A lot of questions have come. I may just pass it back to Kamal. Kamal, for your closing comments, or Atul, back to you guys.
Yeah, so we have.
Yeah, Kamal, go on.
one common question from Ravi Kathuria and Vinay Kumar Malhotra, that what should be the sequence of yoga, whether it should be asana, pranayama and meditation, or what kind of sequence should be there?
We generally start with preparatory, then go for little heavy like Surya Namaskara, and then we go for asanas, then pranayama. But different schools have different styles. Few of them start with pranayama. They make your breathing normal before they start with asanas and movements. So it all depends upon the school. If they are doing with the proper knowledge, I think everything is fine.
Okay. And one question from Annie Matthew, what is the potential damage if asanas are not done properly? It is less beneficial, or there may be some damage also?
It is a sharp tool. Yoga is a very sharp tool. However you want to use it, if you misuse it, you will damage. If you do it right, you get the maximum benefit.
Okay, great. So,
and to do it right, be with the professional.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, yeah. At least you should know what you're doing. You should experience that, what you're doing from yourself. Then only you can understand the practice. And then after few practices, you can do alone after you get along with it.
Okay.
Not everything. Again, I'm putting it very clearly. Not everything. Few set of practices. After some guidance, you can go for alone.
Okay. So now over to Atul.
I think it was a great session and great learning for all of us. One, just before we conclude, I just wanted to have one question that often we get confused, when do we breathe in, when do we breathe out? So is there a mantra to kind of always put it in our head that this is how we have to do? Once you move in your hand or whatever, then you to do that, or move out, then you do this. If something
I can guess. I can guess one thing for you. As long as you want to live, keep breathing, man.
That's the easy one. So
if I have to tell it in a very simple thing, whenever you're bending your abdomen or any contraction, exhale. When you're stretching out, inhale. That's the easiest thing you can remember. Whenever you're contracting, exhale. In your any moment.
Away from your body, you have to just inhale, and when you take towards your body, you have to exhale.
Okay, understood. I think that's quite simple. Sunil, it seems because of the words of wisdom you've shared, it seems the yoga exercise has worked with well to your gray matter as well. Kudos to you, and it's a great learning, I would say. I think many thanks, Manika team and Bhumika and Malati for the great insights you showed to us. And this session is, I hope, Kamal, we will be able to share the recordings to those who would be interested.
Yes, we will be able to share the recordings also.
Great. And then maybe we look forward for more such sessions with CIOs of India, and let's create a healthier India. And it's not just about CIOs who get healthier. Our families, our peers in our respective organizations. I think it's a good thing to do, to practice. Look forward to, and thank you once again to the entire team, Manika. Great session we had. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Yeah.